So it looks like we worn the military blues quite a bit. Yo, what's going on with your YouTube? Jumpman Chris here. We're coming back at y'all with another vid, guys. So we gotta do some comparison for the military blues, and we're gonna answer some questionings because I've been getting a lot lately. How does the military blues fit? How is it comfortable? How do you compare to the Reimagined Breds? How do you compare to the SB4? So we're gonna answer all the questions here on this video because I've been wearing the military blues for like a whole week straight. We're getting a lot of complaints about the military blues. People are now getting their orders from the shock drop, so people are starting to get pairs and they want to know what size should I buy and how do they feel, how do they look. First things first, I'll just say is that, look, if you guys like the military blues, I think you're gonna like these. I mean, if you're gonna be very nitpicky and you want to just compare these to the SB4s and the Reimagined Breds, then yes, it's going to be disappointing because it's not as good as the Reimagined Bred. It is not going to be as good as the SB4s, which is kind of funny because nowadays it seems like with Jordan 4s, SB4s is like that new standard or the comparison. If you guys been in sneakers for a while, it reminds me a lot of the shattered backboard. With Jordan 1s back in the day, the shattered backboards, we always said this is the best leather Air Jordan 1s, and we always compare every Air Jordan 1s to the shattered backboard. It's the shattered backboard quality, and now that's how it's now. It's like being, are these military 4s, are they just as good as the SB4s? They got announced because the SB4 got reconstructed for a new Air Jordan 4 model. And is the SB4 shaped as same as the military blues? First, I'll say it's kind of not. I mean, there are some comparisons. It's just that, look at the toe box here. If you guys see, this one has a oop shape, kind of same with the military blues. But if we're going to compare to, say, the Bred 4s, look at the toe box shape compare to the militaries to the Bred 4s. I mean, honestly, I feel like the toe box on the military blues was a little bit more roomy. Because people say, I wore them, okay, so I'm going to compare to, say, this is a brand new pair that I got from the shock drop. Look at the comparison. The military blues is just a little bit bigger than the Reimagined Breds. So when I was wearing them, I had no problem how it feels right here. Usually with Air Jordan 4, it always hurt. And even with the Reimagined Breds, I felt like it took me a couple days to break them in, and they were feeling a little bit more comfortable. With the Reimagined Breds, no problem right here. This is where it usually hurts at. No problem. Even day one, I was walking around in New York City. The only problem was I felt like it wasn't enough padding inside compared to the Reimagined Breds. I mean, if you look at the padding, it looks okay right here. But once you start to wear them out, it's about the same as the Reimagined Breds. But for some reason, I just feel like inside, it wasn't as enough padding when you're walking. I don't know if you guys put one foot to the other. I just feel like the Reimagined Breds, it was just kind of nice. Like, it felt nice when you're like walking around. But obviously, if you're comparing to the SB4s, this is nothing but padding inside, and you know, obviously the SB4s are just beyond more comfortable than the Reimagined Breds and the military blues. The other thing that I did notice that I say it fits a little bit looser compared to the Reimagined Breds and also the SB4s. So I know some people say that the Reimagined Breds, they feel a little tight, so go a half size up, but then they said it was way too big. Look, I've always said this, Reimagined Breds, I have a narrow foot. It felt a little bit, you know, more padding inside, but I still say go about your true to size, and definitely it's not like crazy padding in here, so it's not gonna feel real tight. So definitely go your true to size. I feel like these fit a little bit smaller compared to the Reimagined Breds, but not like a half size smaller. So don't go like a half size small and think you're okay. Just go your true to size Air Jordan 4. Whatever your regular Air Jordan 4s. I even slipped on my military blacks, and it feels kind of not, it just feels a little bit less roomy. It just didn't feel like, when I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like it just wasn't as like tight. I'll just say that. It just doesn't feel like it's a lot of padding and everything. So and it doesn't feel as small. I'll say that, all right? Because maybe because of shaping or something, or the construction of the shoe. So definitely go by your true to size. Go to your true to size. It'll be just fine. If you go a half size up, it's gonna feel too big because I feel like there's way more room up here on the toe box and also inside. So if you go a half size up, I feel like it's gonna be too big for a lot of people. Even if you're wide-footed, it maybe you'd be better, but still, I mean, whatever your reimagined bread sizing is, go with that, or whatever your regular Air Jordan 4 size, go with that. Don't go any lower or higher. Just go your true to size. I think you'll be fine. Overall, how comfortable are the military blues? They're not bad by any means. They're just not as great. I mean, I've had worse Air Jordan 4s in my collection that I've worn before that always hurt right around here. But these are not that bad, you know? Like, they're okay. I think they're just a little step down to this, and they're just, you know, can't compare. And then these are better than the previous Air Jordan 4s. I'll just say that. A lot of people want to say about quality. How is the quality on the reimagined, or on the military blues? It's not that great. I'm gonna keep it 100. It is not that great, but it is a GR. Supposedly there's like a million freaking pairs out there. Okay, so there's gonna be, they can't just make it. It's not gonna be like tumbled leather and everything. As a matter of fact, I know there's some defects and stuff, but remember the reimagined breads had crazier defects too. Like even this, mine right off the box came with that, and a lot of Air Jordan reimagines was just like that, little indentation. And I get it, maybe some of the glue stains was really bad. I mean, I'll say mine's not too bad. Here, let's get a brand new pair in. I mean, right there, it's not the best, but it's not like god awful by any means. I mean, if you want to complain that much, I haven't seen the GS pairs yet, so I'm really concerned about that. So I know GS pairs, they always mess them up, so just be prepared for that. But quality, I'll say it's okay. It's not the greatest. It's not as good as the reimagined breads. I still say the reimagined breads are a better shoe. Better quality, better colorway. I mean, even though we haven't had the military blues in such a long time, so I kind of like wanted these to be so good. Like I wanted these to be like the best shoes and sneaker of the year and everything. It's just like I feel like Nike kind of dropped the ball a little bit. Like they could have made these way better, but it just is what it is, you know. Either people gonna complain that they can't get pairs, or people's gonna complain that the quality's not that great. So kind of which one are you taking? Do you want the damn shoe, or do you don't want to get the shoe and have to pay for resale? But the quality's gonna be great. We're gonna do some more comparison, because I did do like a kind of comparison to like even the military blacks, and even the military blacks out. If they would have did the same materials as the military blacks, I think we would have been all super happy. But it just is what it is. Not a big deal. But again, it's still a great shoe. It's still, in my opinion, it's still one of the top shoes of the year. It's a great colorway. We haven't had this color in the Nike Air in the back, the colorway in the Nike in the back, and since 1989. So it's still a very special shoe, and I still think it's a must cop. I still think it's a shoe that needs to be in the collection. So coming out May 4th, guys, I hope you're able to cop. They just shock drop, but you guys let me know how you guys feel about that military blues. And I hope this video helped you guys out to answer any questions that, you know, you guys might have had. So anyway, guys, hey, just want to say, hey, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if it's your first time here, comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on my social media at German Chris and IG, sometimes on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. I'm also on TikTok. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm German Chris. Peace.